catch up
Want
a
to see
bit?
my mighty pirate scrapbook? It's filled with my adventures.
Or are we all old people and familiar, therefore, with the Monkey Island franchise? It is entirely up to you, Twitch chat.
Ever since I was a kid, I wanted to be a mighty pirate. In the old days, you became a pirate by completing 3 trials to prove your worth.
Ah, the 3 trials.
Things took an unexpected turn while I was working on the 3 trials.
I'm already having Amiga flashbacks to playing the original in summer holidays with my friends.
Monkey Island was a steaming volcanic mystery, covered with jungle and not found on any map. We wound up back on Melee Island for the stunning conclusion to my first big adventure.
Indeed, Captain Trowbridge. Happy International Pirate Day.
These are from the time I went to find the treasure of Big Whoop.
The treasure of Big Whoop, Monkey Island 2.
Elaine always seems to know when I need her.
Good old Elaine.
The mysterious voodoo lady at the International House of Mojo taught me to make a voodoo doll, which came in handy more than once. Again, it came down to just me and LeChuck at the end. He was using magic, but then, so was I.
I should go back, because I didn't realize
We
these were
wound up
clickable.
back on Melee Island for the stunning conclusion to my first big adventure.
Hang on, let me go back to
Monkey
this. and
Island
we'll
was
do
a
this.
steaming volcanic mystery, covered with jungle and not found on any map. On the island was a gigantic monkey head statue, with hidden catacombs underneath. LeChuck's ghostly ship was anchored in a lake of lava hidden beneath the island's surface.
It was indeed.
I met an old castaway there, Herman Toothrot.
Yay,
He and the
Tooth
locals
Rot.
wrote a lot of indignant letters to each other.
Ah, the locals.
There were
These are
some
the
people
locals.
living there who claimed to
Lemonhead.
be cannibals, but I think it was just a show for the tourists.
Good old Lemonhead. Yeah, that is indeed the second biggest monkey head I've ever seen.
The monkey head opened with a special key that you stuck in its ear. We wound up back on Melee Island for the stunning conclusion to my first big adventure. I made it to the church just in time to stop the wedding. Or so I thought.
So LeChuck was trying to marry our beau,
It
Elaine.
turned out Elaine already had everything under control. How does she do that?
Because Elaine is awesome.
By then, I had learned that ghosts like LeChuck are vulnerable to root beer. Just trust me, it works, okay? I defeated LeChuck, and he basically exploded. It was the beginning of something magical. These are from the time I went to find the treasure of Big Whoop. I met my good friend Wally, who makes maps, and I stole his monocle. Good times. The map to the treasure had been torn into 4 pieces, which, let's face it, is about as piratey as it gets. The mysterious voodoo lady at the International House of Mojo taught me to make a voodoo doll, which came in handy more than once. Again, it came down to just me and LeChuck at the end. He was using magic, but then, so was I.
I remember the end of this one taking me bloody ages.
One time, Elaine got turned into a statue. Well, LeChuck was behind it, of course. That guy never gives up.
Monkey Island 3 is an
The
underrated
fact that
game.
he turned her into a statue tells me LeChuck doesn't really love Elaine. He thinks of her as furniture. I got eaten by a snake. I erupted a volcano on purpose. There's not a lot I wouldn't do for Elaine.
Murray the Skull.
It was around this time that I met Murray, the allegedly all-powerful demonic skull, after a rousing sea battle. Things backfired on LeChuck because Elaine and I got married when it was all over. Game, set, matchmaker. This was a great day. Though in retrospect, we shouldn't have had the scum bar handle the catering. I don't know why you have to have candy-coated almonds at a wedding, but apparently you do. Oh man, this was that crazy time LeChuck teamed up with an Australian billionaire and tried to use a mystical talisman to make Elaine his bride.
This is the one that had monkey combat, giant robot combat in
The ultimate insult wasn't really
Insult
ultimate or even an insult at all.
Yep, monkey
Or
combat.
was it? LeChuck and I battled it out on a grand scale that time.
I was at university when this came out. Me and my housemate played it in my room every night.
LeChuck and
when we
I
should have been
battled it out
writing our
on a grand
dissertations.
scale that time. I made a goofy monster out of prosthetic body parts. It didn't help with anything, but I had fun doing it. Then there was the time I accidentally let loose LeChuck's pox over the entire Caribbean. Or so it seemed. I had to wear a hook for a while. It came in handy. The death card doesn't usually represent literal physical death, except when it does. I went on trial for my life on 4 separate charges. I defended myself, of course. Oh, here's that voodoo doll from the end of my Big Whoop adventure. I defeated LeChuck with this. His leg came off as easy as tearing a loaf of bread.
There we go, we are caught up. New game. Do we go casual mode or hard mode? What's it going to be, chat? Casual mode or hard mode? Are you going to make me do hard mode? With the extra pro... How hard can it be? We are playing Monkey Island, Belgian Cat, the brand spanking new Monkey Island that just dropped. Fine, chat. If you want hard mode, we're doing hard mode. But this has more puzzles, harder puzzles, the full monkey for the pro adventure gamer who wants it all. Fine. Yes, I figured with Toxoids out tomorrow, we might as well wait on that. And also, new Monkey Island just dropped. I'm a child of Monkey Island. I can't not play it.
Take this, LeChuck!
Guybrush, come over here. Gently now. Remove my mask.
Will you promise to stop picking on me?
All right, I promise. Anything. Just put my leg back on.
Hey, you kids. You're not supposed to be in here.
What's next?
Let's goof on those two. Pretend they're our parents.
Yeah! Sorry we ran off. You were probably worried about murderers and ne'er-do-wells.
Don't worry, I found him.
Come on, let's go.
Let's pretend I have powers that make lightning come out of my eyes.
It's so lifelike.
I wonder if it's real. Sorry, boys, could you stop following us? It's creepy.
Yes, sir.
Come on. I saw a scurvy dog shack back there.
Ooh, scurvy
Scurvy
dogs.
dogs.
I could go for a scurvy
I've
dog
never
right
had
now.
one of those.
No way. You have to try one. It's the best thing you'll ever eat in your life. No fooling.
Wow.
So this is Chucky. Presume that's us.
I once got a scurvy dog that was bigger than my head.
That's our inventory. We have a to-do list. It includes buy scurvy dogs.
Sounds real. Wakey, wakey, Mr. Pirate. Hello? Boo!
Ha! He's dead to the world.
What should we do next?
We gotta get to scurvy dogs. I can't believe you never had one. Some places you go have scurvy dogs with cheese inside.
So I assume we're having a flashback here.
The words don't look like words, but there's a picture of a scurvy dog.
Let's get some scurvy dogs, chat. Wow, check out those glasses
Those
first.
glasses are thicker than the layer of grease on the floor.
Let's ask accountant
You
stuff.
kids better have money.
Yeah, we've got all kinds of money.
What do we want? Mug of grog?
Can we get a mug of grog, please?
Grog's for grown-ups. Beat it.
This said prologue, so I'm assuming that this is young Guybrush and young LeChuck.
I once had the hiccups for 4 days straight.
Now what?
Can we get some chicken foot fries?
You got 2 pieces of 8?
That's money that grown-ups use.
I know what a piece of 8 is.
Have you got any?
No.
Then no fries.
I'm noticing a flaw in our plan to get scurvy dogs.
Now what?
Can we get a couple of scurvy dogs?
Sure. If you give me a piece
Welcome
of
to the
8.
chat, Sir Patrick Salmon and FDKG Bob.
Please? Can't you spare something for a couple of hungry kids?
Listen up, you little moocher. Let me tell you something. I don't see that well. For all I know, you could be some really short 30-year-old guy trying to take advantage of my disability. In which case, shame on you. You should know better. And if you really are kids, then I have to tell you, I don't like kids. Don't like talking to them. Don't like listening to them. Don't like to smell them. You come in here, make fun of me, sneeze on the food, spill stuff on the floor, and leave without buying anything. I'd rather have rats.
I've
Don't
got
think this
good
guy likes
news
kids.
for you then.
I'm an honest businessman trying to make an honest living. I don't need 50 kids a day coming in and wasting my time trying to get me to give them free food.
I guess never mind.
Hey, I know. Let's look for change in the outhouse across the way. Coins fall out of people's pockets when they sit down in there.
There is a key on a peg leg.
They put it on a leg to keep you from walking off with it.
Why not? I just don't generally camera stream. I do have the camera set up. I just don't see the point of getting in the way of the game. You lot don't want to look at me.
Did you know you can keep a scurvy dog warm by sticking it in your armpit?
It's locked. I should get that key from the scurvy dog shack.
Right, so we need the key to the outhouse.
I'll bring this right back, sir.
You'd be wise to do that. I got the leg from the last kid who didn't bring back the key.
So let's go see if we can find some coins.
It's locked. Good thing I've got the key in my pocket.
In France. Good. You unlocked it.
Lovely. Sir Patrick Salmon, thank you for your Prime stream.
It isn't a piece of 8, but it's a round piece of metal about the same size and shape as a piece of 8.
That's called a slug. It's like a fake coin.
So,
A fake coin is almost as good as a real coin.
particularly if the guy you're going to use it on can't see very well. We're going to have to do
Chucky,
this.
why don't you look in the toilet?
No way. You do it.
Okay.
Ew.
Gross. Gross.
Smell the sludge.
Ugh. What is this stuff? It smells the same as the toilet. I don't see any coins, and I'm not putting my hands in that.
Right, don't think we've missed anything in here. Let's see if we can... So, use that on him.
What can we get with this?
Tastes like a piece of 8. Enough for a couple of scurvy dogs if you want.
Perfect!
Woo! We got some scurvy
Take 'em,
dogs.
boy.
What are you getting?
What?
Just kidding. Here's yours.
Tasty.
This is the perfect food. What do you want to do now?
I don't know. What do you want to do?
You reckon there was something to click on the barrel in there? Let's have a look. Outside? Could well be. Let's have a look. Oh yeah, check the barrel. That rat is living his best life.
I can stand on my head without using my hands.
Hey, Chucky, get ready to run. I guess they don't like visitors. Hey, Chucky, get ready to run. I guess they don't like visitors. Sounds real.
Tie up
Hey,
Chucky.
Chucky, stand over here for a minute.
No way.
Exhibit removed. Aww. Smells like grog. Let's not go back there again. We'll just get yelled at.
So we got find our real parents and mess around and explore. Can we go up here?
The words don't look like words, but there's a picture of a scurvy dog.
Oh yeah, it's very much gourmet hour here.
That's my friend Dee. Hey, Dee.
Hey, Chucky, what are you jerk faces up to?
We just got here.
I'm making a list of stuff to do.
Give me that. I'm an expert planner. There. Perfect. See you around the park, shitheads.
I dislike D already. What did she write on our note? Check out the anchor, beat Chucky in a race, feed the duck, add some sauce to my scurvy dog, practice sword fighting, find a 4-leaf clover, make a wish at the wishing well, and find our real parents. Yeah, I think we did just meet our line manager. Right. Check out the anchor.
That's a cool anchor.
That just shows how little you know about anchors. This one's not a very good example. You'd know that if you read as much about anchors as I have. Did you know that anchors originally weren't designed to hold ships in place? They were used in combat.
I like that the game.
Cannons as a
The game
grapple
thinks
when
I'm
you were
going to
trying
skip
to
this.
board
I'm
another
absolutely
ship.
not going to
They
skip
started
this.
making them bigger and bigger because they would do more damage that way. Then people noticed what happened when you missed the other ship and hit the
This is
sea bottom
absolutely
instead.
true about anchors,
The
by the way.
current bow-shaped
Trust me, I'm
design
a
is
historian.
actually less effective than the sharper V-shaped design that was popular last century. But the older design went out of fashion after sailors started to think the letter V was bad luck. You can still find the old kind around sometimes, but collectors have grabbed most of them. On a modern anchor, if you look close, you can tell that one side is a
How long do you
little
reckon the
larger
anchor
than the
chat
other.
goes on?
That's to prevent what's called plummeting, where the anchor goes down too evenly and then it doesn't catch well on the bottom. The little flanges at the tips are at different angles to make it twist on the way down for the same reason. Most anchors these days are made of iron, and you have to recast them like twice a year because they rust. About 30 years ago, somebody thought of a way to get around that by making them out of wood instead. All kinds of people invested a lot of money in these wooden anchor companies, but the only way they could keep them from floating
annoying
was
me
to
that I recognise her
attach
voice and I
another
can't place
anchor.
it.
And so
So either
they
from an
gave up
animation
and
or
went
from
back
another
to
game.
the old way. The word anchor comes from the Sanskrit word nagara, meaning city. They're called that because when you stop in the middle of the ocean, it's like you've made port at an invisible city. Yeah, I'm kind of an expert on anchors. I read a lot.
Cool. If you missed anything, you can press... Okay, that's actually quite useful. Right, remember that, chat. Comma will get us previous chats.
Hey, Chucky, want a race?
You're on.
I'll officiate. 3, 2, 1, go! Chucky wins!
I think we lost that race.
Yeah!
Next time for sure. You up for another race?
You're on.
I'll officiate. 3, 2, 1, go!
We won!
Win!
Right, what else is on our list? I feel like there should be a shortcut for this. Feed the duck. Yes, ducks!
I want
bread.
some 2 scurvy dogs at the same time. Hey,
Hands off! That's our bread!
How do we get the bread without...
I wonder what's in that basket.
Let's find out.
What do you think you're doing? Kids these days have no regard for personal property.
And no respect for your elders.
I have half a mind to give you a piece of my mind.
And I've got the other half.
Blah, blah, blah. Blah, 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 blah.
Blah, blah, blah. Blah, blah, blah.
Blah, 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 blah. Blah, blah.
Blah, 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 blah.
There's a lot of blah-blahs going on there.
Blah, blah, blah.
Gotta run.
How rude.
What's this red glob on the ground?
That's ketchup. It's supposed to be really good with scurvy dogs.
Ooh, let's dip our scurvy dogs in the floor ketchup.
You're not gonna touch the ground with your scurvy dog.
No, of course not. Gross.
Oh man, we can't use floor ketchup. Practice sword fighting, here we go.
Let's be frank. You can never hope to beat me.
No way! You'll never catch up to my level.
I win.
I win.
You guys are both pretty weak.
Well, anyway, that was fun.
Maybe we touch the duck to the ketchup, then the duck to the curvy dog. Yeah, but we'd have to touch the duck.
I have an extra tooth in the back.
Oh man,
I
there's
can
got to
feel
be a
it
key
with
that's
my
a shortcut
tongue.
for objectives. Like, I feel like there should be a shortcut for to-do list. T. There we go. So we need a 4-leaf clover, make a wish, feed the duck, and add some sauce. I am actually drinking red wine tonight, so shush. Shh, don't
Did you
tell
know
anyone.
your feet won't
Ooh,
smell
ooh.
if you don't wash them?
Coin, we got a piece of 8.
I should throw my coin in and make a wish.
Let's make a wish. This seems like it's absolutely going to end in tears. So I'm definitely going to click it.
I wish we could speak backwards. Or would it?
Yes, you know.
You just knew that was going to happen.
That was fun.
Oh man, it wore off.
Too bad. You made more sense than usual.
You reckon you saw a clover patch? This is a clover patch, isn't it? It's a 4-leaf clover.
At home, I've got a collection of old scurvy dog.
I found a 4-leaf clover.
Awesome.
There was still one left. Darn.
Right, so we just need to work out how
want
we
to
feed
feed
the
the
duck.
duck. Excuse me.
Yes?
Should we just ask politely?
Could we have some of your bread to feed the duck?
I don't think so. We brought it for ourselves.
How rude.
Excuse me.
Yes?
Will you pretend to be our parents again?
What do you mean, again?
Run along and find your real parents.
Yeah, imagine not giving kids bread to feed a duck. Right, how are we going to get the duck? How are we going to get the bread without them reacting?
Don't feed the duck.
We're definitely feeding the duck.
I wonder where this path goes.
What have we got in our inventory?
I have an extra tooth in the back. I can feel it with my tongue.
So we've got a clover.
I never thought I'd ever find one. That's a nice tree.
I'm only pretending to look at the tree. I'm actually spying on that couple by the pond.
How do we get some bread?
I have an extra tooth. Stop it.
This is your fault, chat, for making us play on difficult. You know that, don't you? Right, come on, chat. You've got to step up here. We need ideas. We need to add sauce to the scurvy dog, and we need to feed the duck. Get them to do blah blah again. Maybe, yeah,
Excuse
we
me?
could try
Yes?
that. While they're distracted.
Could we have some of your bread to feed the duck?
I don't think so. We brought it for ourselves.
Yeah, sauce might be in the basket.
I wonder what's in that basket.
Let's find out.
What do you think you're doing? Kids these days. They have no regard for personal property.
And no respect for your elders.
Good
How
shout.
rude.
Good shout, everyone.
Give it some of your bread.
I like that the inventory shakes when you've got a thing that you can interact with it. Right, ketchup. Of
You
course.
should put that on your scurvy dog.
We just pick up the ketchup from the floor, so now we're not putting our scurvy dog on the
France,
floor.
They call a scurvy dog a chien scorbut.
A chien scorbut. Sniff the
It
red
smells
glob.
bad.
And that is all of our sub-objectives done, so now we just need to find our real parents.
I want to save 2 scurvy dogs at the same time.
Hey, Dad.
Hello, Mr. Threepwood.
Hey, kids. Having fun?
Yeah.
We got scurvy dogs.
Those have toenails and stuff in them. Ugh,
So that's
read about
Guybrush. We're Guybrush's
Playing
kid.
More adventures. We just did Big Whoop.
Big whoop. Oh, boy. That takes me back.
I like it when Chucky asked me to put his leg back on. He says it really funny.
You guys always make up the craziest stuff for the ending of that story.
It's fun.
But you can't just change it around. That's not how storytelling works.
A lot of your stories don't feel like they're finished at the end.
What do you mean?
Well, like, there's this one that you call The Secret of Monkey Island, where you went to Monkey Island and fought LeChuck.
Oh, that story has a great ending. There's punching and fireworks. I thought you liked that one.
But you never did find the secret. Not the real one.
Sure, but that's not what that story was about. Kids, let me tell you a story that is about finding the secret of Monkey Island.
Is this a long story?
I think maybe I gotta go use the bathroom or something.
Yeah, I have to go walk my tarantula.
Maybe I should go with them.
No, stick around. This is a good one. See, there was a rumor going around that my old nemesis, LeChuck, had somehow discovered the exact location of the secret of Monkey Island. I knew I had to get it before he did, so I went to Melee to get my own expedition started and beat him to the punch.
It's that classic scene. Melee Island. Yeah, Inception level 1. All the feels for this music. Nice to have Dominic back as Guybrush as well. He was always the best voice. I will absolutely be seeing if I can listen to this soundtrack on the way to work tomorrow. You can't actually see it, obviously, so I don't have the camera on, but I am legit beaming from ear to ear at this. Yep. Nostalgia hitting in all the right places.
feels good to be back on Melee Island, the hub of pirating in the Caribbean, where every good expedition begins. I'll see some old pals and get things rolling. Or sailing in this case. Hi, I'm Guybrush Threepwood. Remember me?
Of course. We lookouts have a lot of discretionary thinking time. I use mine to revisit my memories of every Anne, Jack, and Guybrush who spent 5 seconds with me a decade ago on their way to someplace else.
Wow.
Relax, I'm just winding your anchor chain. Haven't seen you in a while, Threepwood. What have you been up to?
Well, you know, freebooting mostly, swashing buckles and so on. But now I'm getting an expedition together to find the secret of Monkey Island.
Oh, you're sailing with LeChuck.
What? LeChuck's here in Melee? Is there widespread panic? Are people evacuating?
He doesn't seem interested in carnage at the moment. Ship's just here taking on supplies and crew, as far as I can tell.
Well, anyway, no, I'm not sailing with LeChuck. You know my history with him.
I'm not completely unfamiliar with the series, but people I follow seem to love it. Yeah, it's just, if you are of a certain age, i.e. my age, so you're about 40, these were the games, the kind of point-and-click adventures that you grew up on. And it's just so well written, especially the Ron Gilbert ones, because he created it, which this is a Ron Gilbert sequel. They're just gently funny, slightly subversive. So even like from the very first game, Elaine, the damsel in distress, is very much not the damsel in distress. If anything, she is frighteningly competent, and Guybrush Threepwood is terrible. So it's a kind of subversion of it. Yeah, well, thanks for stopping by, Denbeck. Yeah, and exactly, don't spoil your own playthrough. So it's just the story in these games, and the wordplay and everything else is always what makes them. Yeah, I played the Discworld Noir. Discworld Noir I played.
LeChuck kidnapped my wife. He's always had designs on her. I sailed to Monkey Island to find them and get her back.
Oh, I thought you weren't married yet when that happened. And didn't she more or less rescue herself?
That's not the point. He's an evil zombie ghost pirate, terror of the seas, and sometimes the land. A nefarious, conniving, murdering scallywag. A depraved, ruthless villain. And a loud talker. And I'm not those things.
They say opposites attract, but what do I know?
We've been enemies for my whole career. Everywhere I go, there he is. He plagues me. He's my nemesis.
Funny. He said the same thing about you.
It's all a matter of perspective.
That guy steals all my best ideas.
Are you sure it isn't the other way around? Seems like he was here first.
I don't know how he found out, but I'm sure he's just doing this to get one up on me. I'm mounting my own voyage. Mine.
Well, you'd better get cracking then. LeChuck's loading up on the outer dock as we speak.
Well, I'm gonna hire a ship and a crew and beat him to the punch. Just as soon as I can get someone to back the venture. I'm a little short on funds at the moment.
In that case, you'll want to go talk to the pirate leaders at the Scum Bar.
Exactly. That's why I came to Melee. It'll be great to see those old guys again. We'll knock back a grog and hash out the details.
Scum Bar, by the docks. Long table in the back.
I know where I'm going.
We'll see.
Yeah, the Monkey Island series invented the whole dueling insults thing. So, you say, as a sword fight minigame, someone throws out an insult, and then someone throws out a better insult, and then that's how you win the sword fight. For those who missed it, you do now have a new chat command as well, by the way, which I think it's !dairy farmer, I think.
I detect a certain resemblance here.
Yes, it looks a lot like an owl, doesn't it?
So the full insult on that one is, you fight like a dairy farmer, to which the appropriate response that you pick from the list is how appropriate you fight like a cow.
Re-elect Governor Carla. She's dedicated to dedication.
That'll be LeChuck's ship.
I'll talk to the
preparing.
pirate leaders before I go see what LeChuck is up to.
Scumbar!
Some things never change. The Scumbar will be here as long as there are pirates. Damn pirate wannabes. I'm here to talk to the pirate leaders about a new expedition.
In the back.
Yo ho.
I'm here to talk to the pirate leaders about a new expedition. I'm here to talk to the pirate leaders about a new expedition.
In the back.
Think they might be in the back.
Have you seen the pirate leaders around? This is their table. In fact, you'd probably better move. You don't want to get caught sitting here.
It's our table, Rummy.
We're the pirate leaders. Get lost.
I like that the Pirate Leadership Council is now way more inclusive than it was in the first game.
Where are the three older guys who used to hold court here?
Who cares?
Probably crying in an alley somewhere, wishing they were still relevant.
Making up trials for each other and writing memoirs that no one will read.
I hadn't heard there was a change of leadership.
Oh no. Did nobody remember to notify you? Maybe your party invite got lost in the mail.
That looks an awful lot like D.
Is it you I should talk to about financing an expedition?
An expedition? Who is it that you think you are exactly?
Yeah, sarcasm is a key mark of Monkey Island games on Edron. This is why they are, as I say, to people of my age. When I think I was was 91 the first Monkey Island? So I was 11 when Monkey Island came out. I had just discovered the joy of sarcasm. This seems a repeat from the OG quest. Oh yeah, it's definitely that they're throwing back the homages here.
I'm Guybrush Threepwood. Probably you've heard of me.
Probably not.
Permission to slaughter the annoying old wastrel man, Captain Madison.
Wait, it was Captain Madison? She's like famous! I've got her on a trading card. Her plunder stats are amazing!
Plunder stats aren't everything.
Then the others were Captain Lila and Captain Trent? It was Lila who threatened to kill you?
Look, they weren't that great, okay? Listen to the story.
Want me to slaughter him?
Don't bother. He's just a harmless hack who thinks he has a good idea for a pirate raid.
I'm loving that they've captured that essentially this entire game is nostalgia. So the whole thing is told in flashback, and it's essentially a 40-odd-year-old Guybrush Threepwood reliving his adventures, which is what we're doing playing it. Like, this is meta as fuck. Is this new? Yes, it's literally just dropped about an hour ago. Brand spanking new, written by Ron Gilbert, all the right voices, brand new engine, which is lovely. I'm absolutely loving the art here, art style.
I'm going to find the secret of Monkey Island.
You're wasting our time.
The secret? I didn't think that was even a real thing.
It is a personal passion of mine.
It's a personal passion of mine. I really want to find it.
Your weird fetishes are not something I need to hear about.
Okay, I'm sensing some reluctance, but hear me out. I could make it worth your while to help me hire a crew. A percentage of their earnings or something?
No one in here wants to chase your pipe dream.
Ed Edmondson, thank you for the follow.
With backing, I can work it out. It's a surefire investment. Triple your money or your money back.
Not interested.
The callbacks in this are incredible. But I think they're doing a good job of balancing the callbacks with actually still making it coherent. You know, Zonahedron is my judge for this.
Could you at least point me towards an available ship?
You don't even have a ship?
You're really up a creek.
Up a creek without a ship.
If you don't take this opportunity, LeChuck will grab it.
LeChuck?
Yes, The dreaded zombie ghost pirate LeChuck himself is also going after the secret. He's here in Melee getting ready right now. If that doesn't prove it's a worthwhile venture, I don't know what else to tell you.
Great. Problem solved.
Excellent. You'll do it.
No, of course not. Why waste money on an expedition when you can just join the one that's already going?
Have fun with your scary ghost friend. Bye-bye.
Well, the slight problem with that idea is that LeChuck and I are basically mortal enemies. Fine. I don't need you or your money. I can do this on my own. If I can't buy a ship, I'll steal one. I'm a pirate. I'll find a way to get to Monkey Island no matter what it takes. I like the old pirate leaders better.
Right. So, our to-do list. Get or find a ship. Unfortunately, we can no longer use wads of cash to outfit the expedition. Find the secret at Monkey Island and really... That feels like a long-term goal. I do suspect Stan is going to make an appearance. Right, let's have a quick look for items. Because I reckon that's a...
It's a book for storing collectible trivia cards. Looks like someone just left it here unattended.
In the back of the scum bar is the kitchen. It's the kitchen, isn't it? The back of the scum bar. Old school trivia test.
It's those three clowns at the back table.
Stupid painting. Can we get in the kitchen?
Guybrush Threepwood, as I live and breathe. How have you been?
Same old, same old.
How's Elaine? She was always my favorite governor. Also, she covered your tab when you stopped coming in.
I feel like his star rating may not be legitimate.
Still in public service. Fighting scurvy now.
My place is clean. Our health certificates are up to date.
No, it's not like that. She's got a foundation. They're trying to promote limes as a preventative.
Oh, well, tell her I say hello.
Ooh, I think I hear the health inspector.
What? Where?
Just kidding. That joke never gets old. The atmosphere in the bar is different than it used to be.
Yeah, I don't like it, but I've got to cater to the new crowd. Everything changes, Guybrush.
But the roaches stay the same.
I've missed your wit. And your low alcohol tolerance.
Hey! Those new pirate leaders seem like real jerks. Why do you even let them in the bar?
Well, they've driven off my old regulars, so I don't have a lot of choice if I want to stay in business. Also, if I tried to get them to leave, they'd probably cut me up and throw me in the soup. Frankly, I'm terrified of them. On the plus side, they have more disposable income and better hygiene than the old crowd.
Millennial and Zennial pirates. Was it me that had the thread about paprika, scurvy, and forgetting what was known? Yes, it is. Go on Twitter, you will find my one on how guinea pigs restored the lost knowledge of how to defeat scurvy and discovered vitamin C.
Did I mention I'm going to find the secret of Monkey Island?
No,
I don't think you
did.
In this place.
Well, that's exciting. So you'll be hiring a ship at the docks?
I'm thinking I'll steal one.
As far as I know, the only ship out there is LeChuck's.
Even better. 2 birds with 1 stone.
Bold. I like your thinking.
Didn't guinea pigs also discover lithium as mental health effects? It's quite possible. I don't know, but it is quite possible. Guinea pigs have certain weird things where they are very similar to humans in various ways. Like, let's say they're one of the very few small number of mammals that don't generate their own vitamin C, like us, which is how they worked out scurvy.
Ooh, think I hear the health inspector.
What? Where?
Just kidding. That joke never gets old. Keep up the good work.
Thanks. Will do.
We get any
Active
maggots?
little guys, aren't they?
We can probably put them on something.
Pests or garnishes?
A good cook sources local supplies when he can.
The food is more exciting when you can smell the risk. The plaque says, in memory of looming seagulls of old.
Oh, there's a plaque. There's a little statue to the wooden seagull.
I think someone tried to secure a boat with this.
We can absolutely always use some string. Right, we have some string, chap.
Well, it's definitely a mop. Will you advance me the down payment on a ship if I help you clean up?
Put that down before you hurt yourself.
What?
Clearly, there's a lot you don't know about mops.
Honestly, I think I prefer to keep it that way.
Mopping is an art form. I have talked about this.
Looks like a mugshot.
Stay away from that picture.
Ooh, I think I
So
hear the
we're
health
going to need to
inspector.
distract him somehow to steal the picture.
Just kidding. That joke never gets old.
So I don't think we can do anything with the maggots yet.
Keep up the good work.
I'm guessing if we can find some kind of food item. Oh, we've got the horse armor. Because I pre-ordered. You get horse armor because I pre-ordered. It does absolutely nothing. It just sits in your inventory. Like, it's the best callback to pointless DLC and massive DLC arguments ever. Does anyone in the chat know what the horse armor is a reference to? So someone must know. So we've got coins. We've got a state-of-the-art pen.
The pen is mightier than the sword.
Nice. Yep, an Oblivion reference. Essentially, it was the very first bit of kind of cosmetic DLC that was added to a kind of proper game, and that was Oblivion, and there was an enormous outrage about it. An enormous outrage about it. And how it'd be the end of gaming and all that kind of thing. And you kind of not wrong in hindsight. But it's just weird to think now that the massive, massive outcry was all about a bit of horse armor, which these days you wouldn't even blink an eye at, given the everything else you get in DLC and everything else. I just love that I now got, for the rest of the game, I'm going to have a pointless piece of horse armor.
This has gotten me out of a lot of scrapes over the years.
It was just a pre-order bonus item. Right, we've spoken to the pirates. Let's go chat to the ghost ship. The ship.
How clever. Expedition to fabled Monkey Island. Crew positions available. Serve under LeChuck, the most fearsome pirate on the 8 seas. Equal opportunity employer. Inquire here.
Looking for a job? Step this way.
The clipboard in your hand says you're the quartermaster.
The crew says I'm the quartermaster. Clipboard doesn't get a vote. You look like a guy without many options. You want a job? I'm short a swabby. LeChuck's an equal opportunity employer. Even humans are mostly tolerated.
Have you got anything more senior?
Well, I need a second mate, a bosun, a ship surgeon, and a gunner. Do you think you're qualified for any of those?
I'd make a great bosun.
Exactly what qualifications have you got for that?
I can hold my breath for 10 minutes. Okay, maybe 8.
Don't waste my time, okay?
I get the feeling we're not going to be qualified for any of these jobs.
Do you honestly have any idea what a second mate does?
Goes to store openings and funerals and waits for the first mate to be incapacitated?
I thought so.
Strangely relevant right now.
How about ship surgeon?
I assume you have some kind of medical degree?
Is that a definite requirement?
Sorry.
Yeah, mysteriously relevant right now.
I could be the gunner. Oh, I'd be great at that. Boom, boom.
You look a little scrawny. What do you bench?
Bench? No problem. I sat on one for 12 hours once. I can take it.
I have a lot to do today.
Maybe Swabby's not so bad after all.
Maybe Swabby's not so bad after all.
The only requirement is that you bring your own mop. If you've got a mop, the job is... Hey, wait a minute. What's your name, sailor?
Andrew LeChuck, nephew. Andrew LeChuck, no relation.
Andrew LeChuck, no relation.
What a coincidence.
And Roho too, thank you for the...
LeChuck gave me a blacklist and you're on it. In fact, you are the blacklist. I'm sorry, can't hire you. You're obviously Guybrush Threepwood.
Well, that's a slight hitch.
I'm confused. Didn't you say you were gonna get your own ship?
Yes, but then suddenly I thought, why bother? I wanted a ship and a crew. Here was a ship and a crew. Ripe for the taking. All I had to do was get on board, wait for the right moment, and strike.
Strike?
Mutiny the crew, seize the ship. Be a pirate.
Except they wouldn't hire you because they knew who you were.
Yeah, that was a problem. Also, I needed a mop.
Well, we do know where a mop is. So we just need to work out how to get the mop off of...
Why was Wally in such a hurry? He wouldn't sell us out to Madison, would he?
I believe he needed to relieve the pressure upon him in a different way.
Interesting.
Elaine?
Guybrush!
Wait, are you going to tell a mushy part now?
A little, but I can skip over the hugs and kisses. Elaine!
Guybrush!
I was hoping you'd turn up in this story.
I was hoping you'd turn up in this story.
I was hoping you'd turn up in mine.
Aww.
You won't believe how I'm getting to Monkey Island.
I've known you a long time. Try me.
I'm planning to sign on to LeChuck's crew, mutiny them, and take the ship.
Oh dear. Isn't there an easier way?
Oh, trust me, that is the easy way. How's your scurvy prevention project?
It's great! We're going to get a lot of limes to a lot of sailors and save a lot of lives. I've got to come up with a way to deal with Captain Madison, though. The pressure she's putting on the town is making it hard for social programs like mine.
Sounds like we both met Captain Madison.
I don't like her. She's the one who pushed to shut down the shipyard.
She doesn't understand the value of the secret of Monkey Island.
She laughed at me.
Me too.
Obviously, the woman has no taste and a lousy sense of humor.
I have to get going.
Oh, so do I. Lots to do. Bye.
Bye.
They are very American earrings, I would describe them as.
The International House of Mojo. This place hasn't changed in years.
Welcome, Guybrush Threepwood.
Nice to see you again.
I have been waiting for you.
You mean ever since we last saw each other?
You mean...
Fate ordained that you would be here several minutes ago. Only you can manage to be late, even when you are fated to arrive.
It's a gift.
Allow me to seek knowledge on your behalf.
Will it cost me anything?
Pride, free will. Not much. The way to the secret is like a serpent which swallows itself.
You feel judged.
Many obstacles lie ahead.
Serpent, obstacles, got it.
You must walk the path. Yet you have already walked the path.
And now I'm going back again.
When you are unsure of the way forward, open this book for guidance on what is to come.
It can tell me my future?
In a way. Think think of it as a book of hints.
What is it really?
A book of hints. Use it wisely. To know too much diminishes the voyage.
Indeed. Thanks.
No charge.
Pointy.
It is a non-magical ceremonial knife. Very
exactly
sharp
what it says
indeed.
on the tin.
What's this thing?
It's a forgiveness frog. When no apology will do, give the forgiveness frog. It's like a card, only much better because it's a frog.
I've never heard of that before. Are you sure it's real voodoo?
No comment. It works. Trust me.
I need a forgiveness frog in my life. Chat, I think going forward we should all be giving forgiveness frogs. Yes, we got a forgiveness frog.
It can help someone forgive even very old transgressions.
We've got a forgiveness frog.
This is a neat symbol. What does it mean?
That used to contain magical disguises. But alas, they have all gone.
Yeah, it's too bad you're sold out. A magic disguise seems really useful.
There's always the famous eye patch of John Laney at the museum. I'm sure the magic has worn off by now, but I believe I could restore its abilities.
Right, we need the eye patch.
Do you do gift wrapping?
We're out of wrapping paper, unless you'd like it wrapped in the skin of a lizard.
No thanks.
Shiny!
A crystal. Yeah, this isn't that kind of game. Not for me. Everything's spilled out of it in a puddle.
Clearly need to present a forgiveness frog to someone with no explanation. Yep.
Keep up the good work, buddy. Green, half off. Blue, half off. Yellow, half off. Orange, aren't you glad you're here? It's an unusual safe with 5 keyholes.
Alas, the safe is not for sale. It has been placed with me for safekeeping.
Safekeeping.
I'd need a lot of keys to open that. How much for the safe?
It is not for sale at any price. As I said, it has been placed with me for safekeeping.
I feel like that safe might come back into play at some point.
Property foreclosed by order of Madison Enterprises. Oh, this was my favorite novelty store.
The men of low moral fibre.
Well, if it isn't Frank, Fred, and Finn, how are you?
What you be talking about, boy?
Oh, whoops. Sorry, I mistook you for someone else. In a good way, I promise.
Aren't you that Guybrush Threepwood, what wants to be a pirate?
And you're the pirate leaders. I was looking for you.
Yeah.
Aye, well, we're not the pirate leaders no more.
Former pirate leaders is what we are.
Yeah, I already met the chilling trio who took your place. And your table.
Escaped with your life, I see.
What did you mean, wants to be a pirate? I've been a pirate for a long time now.
You may call yourself that, but remember the 3 trials.
I remember them. I was proud to complete them. I still talk about it sometimes. Ad nauseum, Elaine says. It's Latin for something.
Be that as it may, I don't recall us being presented with evidence as to the completion of all 3. That were part of your instructions at the time.
Forgiveness frog
really?
should be. It should be an emote. I will get you a
listen,
forgiveness frog
can this wait a little
emote.
longer? I've got a lot on my to-do list right now.
It matters not.
I will get
All
Levi
of
to
us
do
moved
a forgiveness frog emote. Maybe it's a yeah. Do you want it as an emote or do you want it as a hook thing? I feel it should be an emote.
I'm going on a journey to find the secret of Monkey Island.
The secret?
What a prize!
That's what I tried to tell those clowns in the bar.
They say the pirate what holds the secret can never be sunk, that the wind always fills his sails.
In the old days, we might have gone after it ourselves.
But we've got new fish to fry, so to speak.
We've sold our ship and sunk all of the cash into our next venture.
Judgment Napoleon. Depends how many. I've probably got a bunch of emote slots I'm not using. I should have a look.
Tell me about your next venture. What is it?
'Tis a fish shop on the high street where the general store used to be.
A place for buying of fish and telling tales about the catching of fish.
We'll be open on the morrow. Be sure to stop by.
We'll give you the friend's price on the unpopular fish.
You said you don't have a ship? Where do you get your fish?
From reputable sources.
We'll give you an additional discount if you don't talk about that where people can hear you.
Why'd you pick this corner instead of
Why'd you pick this corner instead of one closer to your fish shop?
The woman as lives above the shop location is doing a bit of haranguing today. We'll stay clear of her. Thanks very much.
How is it that you're not the pirate leaders anymore?
Time and democracy, boy.
A lot of our supporters be dead drunk, or retired.
Our eyes be sharp and our judgments keen. But once you be labeled old school, that's all that gets seen.
The traditions of the 3 trials have become a joking matter in some quarters.
Dark times.
Aye, they even water the grog and mix it with fruit these days. Won't even strip the varnish off a deck.
Grog mixed with fruit. Outrage.
I'll see you around.
Seems likely.
Hey, Wally.
Well, 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 look what the surf washed ashore. It's Guybrush Threepwood.
Nice to see you again too, Wally. Whatever your last name is.
I spent years in therapy getting over being burned, blinded, blown up, abandoned and marooned because of you.
Yeah, good times, huh?
You're lucky I'm past all that and am running the best map shop within the Caribbean and beyond.
Well, we know where our mop is.
I'm looking for a mop.
This is maps and more, not mops and more.
Well, I was hoping the and more might include mops.
Well, it doesn't. Try asking the cook over at the bar where he got his.
You wouldn't happen to have a map to the secret of Monkey Island.
Funny you should ask. I recently made one on commission, but then they destroyed all my source material. It is the only one in existence. Best of luck to you.
You have a lot of maps in here.
We've got so many, you need a map to find them all. Haha, a little cartographer humor.
Yeah, I'd forgotten how funny it was. Looks like the shop across the way is in trouble.
The high-stakes, ego-driven world of pirating is changing, and dark magic is taking over. Voodoo magic is fun and all, but it's not what the new generation wants. Me? I'm on the bleeding edge and making a bundle. I'm about to franchise.
The town seems to be pretty run down.
Since Captain Madison made Melee her base of operations, people have been complaining. They say she brings a bad element to town, but that bad element spends a lot of money on maps. So, what am I supposed to do?
Do what's right?
I am. I'm doing what's right for Wally.
Capitalism.
It's great to see you landed on your feet after all these years.
Business has been booming with all these new dark magic pirates. Captain Madison has me on a lucrative retainer. She pays extra for a bunch of wacky symbols I just make up.
I'll let you get back to cartographing.
That's not a real word.
Uh-huh. They're like glasses, only way less convenient. Ooh, look behind you, a 3-headed monkey.
Oh, please take one. I use them to promote my business. See, it says maps and more on the edge.
Thanks.
I still will occasionally look behind you, a 3-headed monkey, as a way of trying to distract people, and you can normally divide the world into people who absolutely get it, and the rest of society that looks at you makes it look like, or looks at you like you are absolutely mad.
Wally, can I have one of these maps?
Absolutely. If you pay for it.
Never mind. Ooh, those look fancy.
The finest tools to make the finest maps.
It's a map on a fan. What'll they think of next? This must be Trouser Island.
Actually, Mr. Threepwood, it's...
Yep, Trouser Island. I had a map like this once, but I sailed left. That looks like a treacherous voyage. It says, rating, Cursed Black Diamond. The first rule of piracy is, never buy a used treasure map.
That's a very good rule of piracy.
Good old mazes. Can't get enough mazes. It looks expensive. And shiny. I like shiny. I try to steer clear of sea monsters myself. Hey, Wally, what's in these boxes?
Maps.
Just ask a silly question.
Hey, Wally, what's with the window ladder?
I use it to keep an eye on the neighbors.
Well, it's good to have a hobby. It's maps wrapped in maps. I didn't know you could do that.
That is clever. Maps wrapped in maps wrapped in maps.
This map shows both sides of the globe.
It's twice the value.
Whew, looks chilly up there. It's a long, small map of somewhere far, far away.
Right, so definitely need to get the mop.
LeChuck, sir. Just thought I'd pop in and let you know. Preparations to set sail are almost done.
You have all the supplies for the spell to get to Monkey Island?
Check. Squid ink, chickens, brimstone, cinnamon, monkey blood, mint, and an annoying skull.
Well done! Mark yourself down for one less lashing this voyage.
Funny story. Guybrush Threepwood tried to sign on to the crew.
Threepwood? He must be looking for the secret too. That guy steals all my best ideas. Have him killed. Wait, let him live. I want him to see me sail off for Monkey Island knowing the secret is lost to him forever.
Sure. I want to bring this up one more time. Is searching for this mythical secret of Monkey Island a good idea? Shouldn't we be out terrorizing the high seas, instilling fear, creating mayhem, being more on brand for LeChuck?
I've had enough of you questioning my orders. Finish loading the ship, and whatever you do, don't let Threepwood on board.
Very well.
How does a skull qualify as annoying? When you meet Murray, you will find out.
The note says, forced to close. Thanks for the memories, but cash would have been better. Hi.
Everybody thinks they know more than the other.
Okay.
Once you have a key, you've got to open the door.
Aw, this is where I risked my neck for Elaine, and she showed me she only needed me to risk my heart. Also, the windows need some work.
A visitor! Wait.
Stan!
Guybrush Threepwood? Ha-ha!
Otis!
Howdy, kid.
And Stan! Otis, old pal. You haven't changed much since I last saw you.
I blame the government.
In fact, didn't we first meet right here?
Not at all. I was in the other cell that time. You look different somehow. New art style?
How nice of you to notice. Big news. I'm going after the secret of Monkey Island.
That sounds fantastic. You know what I remember most about Monkey Island? The time you busted me out of jail right before we went there. I don't cruise ships anymore. But maybe you can still help me out. Like you did all those years ago.
Yeah, I'm sort of planning on hijacking an existing crew instead of recruiting one. But maybe I can spring you anyway, for old time's sake.
I would be most appreciative. A locksmith has opened very conveniently across the way. I am told locksmiths can make keys for things. Things like cell doors.
Imagine that.
What did they get you for this time, Otis?
What did they get you for this time?
I'm a victim of circumstance. Circumstance being that too much attention gets paid to little things that don't hurt anyone, while hard killers roam the streets with pistols and swords.
I notice you didn't say what crime they locked you up for.
It was nothing. I was just picking some flowers.
In the forest?
No, that's illegal. I learned my lesson. I picked them from the governor's garden instead.
Picking flowers from the governor's garden sounds like an unwise choice.
We used to be friends. Sort of. Anyway, they aren't even her flowers. Taxes pay for them. It's public property. I don't know why anyone bothers me about it. I don't hurt anybody.
Well, except the flowers.
They're annuals. They're doomed anyway. Guybrush, you gotta get me out of here. It's custard night. I don't think I can take that again.
I'll make it my number 3 priority.
Thanks.
Is it actually our number 3 priority? Nope, it's not even on the list.
Hey, Stan.
Hello there, son.
Oh, sorry to see you in jail.
Thank you, son. I appreciate the thought. I'm sorry to see me here as well.
I was really hoping to buy a ship from you.
Well, now, normally, I would do absolutely anything to get you into a comfortable ride right away. But my hands are tied. They're shackled. I can't do it. Not at any price. I'm completely out of inventory. Every ship on the lot was seized by unscrupulous lawyers who don't care about your sailing needs the way I do.
Okay, don't worry about it. I've already got a plan to steal a ship from LeChuck.
Well, if you don't get killed, look me up afterwards. I'll give you a good price for anything that can stay above the waterline. Naturally, it'll have to be store credit until I get back on my feet.
What did you do that got you arrested?
Let me tell you something, son. It's not what a man does that matters, it's who he is. Maybe one day, in a moment of weakness, he crosses a line. But if he's confident about what's in his heart, he can hold his head high. And you know what's in my heart, son?
Blood and goopy stuff?
People. People are in my heart. Anything I may have allegedly done, you can be sure I did it because I care about people.
What exactly did you allegedly do for people?
What exactly did you allegedly do for people that got you arrested?
I gave them what they wanted. Now, naturally, people don't always know that they want the things they want. Sometimes it takes a man with a talent like mine to show them the way. And sometimes people who are jealous of that sort of talent will try to put all sorts of unpleasant labels on it. They use hurtful words like scam and misrepresentation and even fraud. But it's all just marketing, son. As natural as the rocks and the trees and the Melee Island flounder birds. And that's why I'm not worried. I'm awaiting final judgment of the court, but I'm certain I'll be acquitted. They don't hang people for marketing.
They should do.
It sounds like you should have been arrested several decades ago. I mean, why now, all of a sudden?
One word: jurisdiction. I was expanding my core business, you see, trying to provide ship owners with a variety of ship maintenance necessities. Sponges, barnacle scrapers, repair manuals, rudder tape. I had a whole line of products. I expanded my distribution to other islands all over the Caribbean. And that's when I ran into trouble. Some of those islands have different laws, you see, that might not seem so fair to men like you and me. They slapped me with a ton of paper, talking about things like standards of quality and consumer protection and environmental impact. They didn't understand that I wasn't really selling porthole wipers. I was selling happiness. And my customers were happy. They were perfectly happy right up until some clown with a briefcase came along and told them they weren't. It's a crock, son, and that's why it won't stand up in court. I'll be out before you know it.
Yeah, it used to sell used ships. So the used car salesman thing is very on point.
Didn't you used to have a law practice or something?
Used to, but I was disbarred for what we former law practitioners call moral turpitude.
Is that a real word?
More or less. It's one of those handy catch-all words that you can use whatever you want because it doesn't mean anything specific.
Would it help if I broke you out of jail?
Now that's a kind offer, it truly is. Warms me to think that you'd do that for your old pal Stan. But I've got to think about the optics. I don't want to damage my case, and escaping from jail doesn't look good at trial. So thanks, but no thanks.
Are you sure you don't want me to break you out?
115%, son, but thanks.
Well, is there anything else I can do for you?
Now that you mention it, there is one thing I've been missing during my time here in this lofty establishment. In all the rush and fuss and document shredding surrounding my arrest, I completely forgot to grab my toothbrush. If you happen to be passing by the shipyard, you might grab it for me. It'll be on my desk in the office.
Sure thing.
Get a toothbrush for Stan.
I'm going after the secret of Monkey Island.
The secret? Boy, that takes me back. But if you're looking for help, you're barking up the wrong enchilada. Just remember, life has no guarantees or warranties. Only jamborees.
Thanks.
Jamborees and
That's
forgiveness frogs.
advice. See you later.
Yep.
I don't remember this place being so leaky.
They finally installed running water.
I don't remember this place being so leaky.
They finally installed running water.
It says jail rules. 1. No escaping.
I mean, it's a very important rule.
Watch your boots in here, son.
Welcome to my shop.
Hi. I'm Guybrush Threepwood.
Pleased to meet you. I'm Locke Smith.
You're kidding, right?
Nope. And before you ask, yes, they did. Yes, it was. And they really, really wanted me to follow in the family business.
It's really clean in here. Do you have a mop I could use?
I simply don't allow filth to accumulate in the first place. Try somewhere a little less sanitary, like the bar by the docks.
Can you really make keys for stuff? That seems like a magic trick.
Modern locks have serial numbers that tell me all I need to know. No tricks necessary, just information.
It seems wrong that you can make a key from just the serial number.
It's a failsafe, in case people lose their key. You know how people are.
Aren't locks way less secure if all you need is a number to get a new key?
That's why you should never share the serial number with anyone.
Remember, people, don't share the serial numbers on your locks.
What happens if you lose your key and the serial number at the same time?
The numbers are usually engraved on the locks, just in case. And if you lose the lock, chances are you don't need a new key.
Well, what's to stop me reading the serial number on someone else's lock and having a key made?
The numbers are printed small enough that you need a special tool to read them. Only a pro would have a tool like that.
Or a monocle.
Can I borrow your lock serial number reading tool?
My magnifier? Not a chance. I could be drummed out of the union for that. If you want to play locksmith, you'll have to look elsewhere.
Tell me again how to have keys made. It's exciting.
Who's the old lady in the window across the way?
You
Yeah, it's
need
definitely the
Whitey
monocle,
Bones.
I think.
She used to be the Undertaker here years ago. Seems to know a lot of things that maybe don't quite fit together.
How well do you know Whitey Bones?
Not well at all. But she's been living near my shop for quite a few years. She was across from my old location, too.
But she moved when you moved?
I'm sure it's just a coincidence.
I'm on a quest to find the secret of Monkey Island.
Exciting. The story in my family is that the secret is sort of like a key, one that opens all locks at once.
That seems enormously useful.
Maybe. Depends on if you can close them again.
Ooh, deep.
I think I'll browse around a bit.
Try not to touch anything. I've got a system, and I don't like it disrupted.
At the end of the plank.
My mother's. Please don't touch it.
I see a peninsula trailing off into small islands, but no X marks the spot.
It's southern Florida. I have family there.
Are these for customers?
Hands off. Those are my last crackers.
Handsome looking parrot.
And also vicious. But it was my mother's favorite.
These are nice.
It's a locksmithing test.
Close it all up, and if you get the key out, you pass?
That's the beginner level, yes. The real challenge is to lock the larger box inside the smaller one.
Wow. That's next level challenging. Don't ask me about bad security practices, but this is far from the worst I've seen. Oh yeah. I've definitely seen worse than this. Right, let's go and see if we can use the monocle on the...
Hey, Guybrush!
Hey, kid! How's your day going?
I can read the serial number. I'll write it down so I don't forget.
We have a serial number. And we have some graffiti.
I think it's a chandelier. Looks sort of like an eye.
I feel like these will become important.
Hi there.
Hi there. Can you make me a key from this serial number?
Sure. Good choice on the lock. These are really sturdy. It's the same kind they use over at the jail.
Oh, wow. What a coincidence. I had no idea.
There we go. Let's help Otis out.
Hey, Guybrush!
Hey, kid! You look like you're having a good time.
You do it! I am shaking from excitement. And from too much gruel and not enough grog.
Otis, the authorities have reconsidered your case and decided that you should go free.
I'm very grateful to the authorities and will not mention their name should any awkward questions be asked. Good
Yay.
luck, Stan. I hope you get acquitted.
Oh, it's in the bag, friend, but thanks.
I actually got an achievement for that. Oh, all key food groups start with a G. Ooh, an alley. Let's explore that.
It seems to be stuck closed.
Trivia card. Right, chat. Keep an eye out for trivia cards. I don't think we know that one yet. Don't think we know the answer to the ship's cat, so let's keep hold of that. Unless someone can remember the name of the ship's cat.
It seems to be stuck closed.
Right, we need to find the museum.
Property foreclosed by order of Madison Enterprises.
I think they are the same size.
Property foreclosed by order of Madison Enterprises.
So the cat we're after is the ship's cat on LeChuck's ship, because LeChuck's ship is called Le Ship.
The problem with this statue is it's not a statue of Elaine, the best ever governor of Melee.
Right, so that was Low Street. So that would take us out.
Re-elect Governor Carla. She's dedicated to dedication.
That takes us back to the ship. We can go past.
Say what you want about my evil, horrible nemesis LeChuck, but he does know how to stock a ship. No parking of demonic, ghostly, or undead vessels or scooters. Tuesdays 3 to 4. Looks like this is going to be a long journey. I hope this isn't one of those party cruises.
That's going to have Murray in, because it's got a skull on it.
Hey, watch it!
Did I miss an exit somewhere? Don't think I did. See, look, there's more symbols.
Elaine would never have stood for this when she was governor.
I feel like it's going to be one of those things where you have to go through things in a certain order. Oh, there we go. You just click through.
Carla.
Guybrush Threepwood.
Hello, Swordmaster.
Prepare to taste my blade, you washed-up hack.
Anything but your cooking.
Anything but your cooking.
Low-hanging fruit, but it works.
It's nice to see you again.
You too.
I hope you're still not sure about the thing with the ship one time.
I hope you're not still sore about that thing with the ship that one time.
Ancient history.
Oh, good.
I can think of plenty of more recent things to hold against you.
Oh.
I heard from your wife. She's coming by to talk about scurvy legislation. I assume you're involved with that somehow?
I'm not
automatically involved with everything Elaine does just because we're married.
I can see that.
Forgiveness Frog could be a good shout.
Project, why are you here?
You first. What are you doing here?
Don't be weird. I know Elaine used to live here, but it's my house now that I'm governor.
Elaine says Captain Madison is hurting her scurvy project.
Not the legislative part, just the public funding. The town was in a bind a while back, and that so-and-so, Captain Madison, saw an opportunity. She lent us the cash we needed, but now we're up a creek paying the interest. Things like social programs, waste management, and town maintenance are all on the back burner.
I like that woman less every minute.
You and me both.
This is why you need properly funded public services.
I'm looking for the secret of Monkey Island.
Good for you. I don't have it.
Well, the mansion hasn't changed much. Elaine's style is still everywhere. Even the books are hers.
They're my books now, as you well know.
I don't really have anything to say. I just like doing this.
Practice is nice, but I'm busy these days. Governor stuff.
Try to remember why I'm carrying a frog.
The voodoo lady said it was a forgiveness frog. This is for you.
You're giving me a frog?
It's a forgiveness frog, for when words aren't enough.
You haven't even bothered to write anything personal on this frog. That's just rude. I reject your frog.
No, she rejected our forgiveness frog. You're not allowed to reject the forgiveness frog.
Dear Carla.
Sorry for blowing you up that one time.
Sorry for blowing you up that one time. I appreciate that you're keen on bluntness. And I know you're really nicer than people say you are. Please accept my humblest apology.
Even though it wasn't really my fault.
You scare the heck out of me. This is for you.
Dear Carla, what's this about blowing me up? I don't remember it quite like that. Anyway, I don't know why you're apologizing, and I'm not sure you know either. I reject your frog.
Damn it. Do we have to get the right thing to apologize for? Wait, we blew up Wally, didn't we?
Dear Carla, sorry for forgetting your birthday. I value that you are dedicated to dedication. And I know you're really nicer than people say you are. Please accept my humblest apology. You scare the heck out of me.
Oh, I don't think we can give her a frog now. Oh, yeah,
This
we can.
is for you.
Dear Carla, what's this about forgetting my birthday? I'm pretty sure I never told you my birthday. Not the real one, anyway. I reject your frog.
I think she's just going to reject our frog.
It's a lot of work being governor. I like your stuffed, guess it's a dog?
Please, take that and throw it away. It was a gift from the Earl of Thickwater, who is a contemptible pig.
I think the frog might be for Wally. Oh no, because Wally said he's kind of forgiven us, didn't he?
Stay out of my bedroom, Threepwood.
Does not include Secret of Monkey Island. Oh. The blurb says it's a solid if somewhat predictable story about a roguish pirate and a doomed romance with a woman of station.
Isn't that the book that was in the locksmith's house?
Can I borrow a book?
You've got a lot of nerve asking that. You never brought back the last book you borrowed. I had to buy another copy. You never even apologized.
Can we try the frog again?
Can we try the frog again?
Dear Carla, what's this about forgetting my birthday? I'm pretty sure I never told you my birthday. Not the real one, anyway. I reject your frog.
Can we?
Dear Carla.
Sorry for losing the book I
borrowed. I appreciate that you're keen on bluntness.
We're definitely having a forgiveness frog emote. I need to screen grab the frog so I can get it to the V.
And I know you're really nicer than people say you are. Please accept my humblest apology. I've implemented a reminder system for myself. This is for you.
Dear Carla.
Got it.
This is a nice sentiment, but the only personal thing you got right in here is my name. I reject your frog.
So we need to get the other bits right.
I should let you get back to governing.
Yes, you should.
I've always thought this looked like my old ship, the Sea Monkey.
Yeah, I think she's dedicated to dedication.
Ugh, looks like Carla wasn't too keen on getting her portrait done. Edgy. Dear Carla.
So, sorry for losing
the book I borrowed.
Do we reckon she was right on dedicated to dedication? Yes, it did, didn't it? The campaign said she's dedicated to dedication.
I value that you are dedicated to dedication.
And everyone says how nice you are? Or I always tell people how nice you are?
And I always tell people how nice you are. Please accept my humblest apology.
And I think definitely it's the reminder system.
I've implemented a reminder system for myself.
Because we forgot a book, obviously.
This is for you.
Dear Carla, this is a nice sentiment, and it looks like you even know something about me. One thing. You can do better. I reject your frog.
Oh, so we're missing on one thing. What are we missing on?
Dear Carla.
So we're right on that. We're right on the book.
Sorry for losing the book I borrowed.
We're right on the dedicated
you are dedicated to dedication.
So which of these did I go for last time? Did I go for and I always tell people how nice you are? So it's and everybody says how nice you are. Because I've already forgotten which one I went for because my memory is terrible. Top, yeah? So I'm going for top.
And everybody says how nice you are. Please accept my humblest apology. I've implemented a reminder system for myself. Can we try the frog again?
Dear Carla, this is a nice sentiment, and it looks like you even know something about me. One thing. You can do better. I reject your frog.
Oh, what are we getting wrong? Might actually be the
Dear Carla.
Yeah, I think we were right on that one before.
Sorry for losing the book I borrowed.
We didn't realize we were right because we didn't have the book thing.
I value that you are dedicated to dedication.
So I think, and I know you're really nicer than people say you are.
And I know you're really nicer than people say you are. Please accept my humblest apology. I've implemented a reminder system for myself.
Yeah, it's a very sturdy frog.
Can we try the frog again?
Dear Carla, this is a nice sentiment, and it looks like you even know something about me. One thing. You can do better. I reject your frog.
Ah, the reminder system would be because we forget birthdays and stuff. That would work.
Dear
she
Carla.
scares us. I think you're right. I think we go with she scares us.
Sorry for losing the book I borrowed. I value that you are dedicated to dedication.
Maybe this one doesn't really matter.
And I know you're really nicer than people say you are. Please accept my humblest apology. You scare the heck out of me. Can we try the frog again?
Dear Carla, this is a nice sentiment, and it looks like you even know something about me. one thing.
Oh.
You can do better. I reject your frog.
I'm not sure then, because I think we need to borrow the book, one of the books. We probably need that book. Yeah, I think we come back to this.
It's a lot of work being governor.
We'll come back to it.
I've always thought this looked like my old ship, the Sea Monkey.
Yeah, maybe we do actually have to say nice things about it. So go into the forest. Let's go to the shipyard.
Wow, it's worse than I imagined. The assets of this establishment have been seized to settle a class action lawsuit. Have a nice day.
Yeah, it might well be. That's a good point. We didn't get a book choice the first time, so perhaps we're missing another option. It's entirely
The window's
possible.
all boarded up, and it's very dark in there. Is that an old toothbrush?
Yes, it is, and we need that
The
toothbrush.
window's all boarded up, and it's very dark in there. Is that an old toothbrush?
How do we get in there?
It says, Tan's previously owned vessels.
Ooh, trivia card.
So sad. Stan's used to be the best place to buy used ships.
How many parrots are next to the Scurvy Dog Shack? One? There was only one, wasn't there? Duck in the fark can be fed bread. Strange mess.
It's a dried up old sea sponge. Stan used this to clean his ships. It's all rusted out now. There was a time when every mooring would be filled with one of Stan's used ships.
How do we get Stan's toothbrush?
The window's all boarded up, and it's very dark in there. Is that an
Is
old
there a
toothbrush?
key to highlight things? It's a good question, actually. Let's have a look. Highlight all objects.
I remember when these torches lit up Stan's previously owned vessels like a carnival. It always looks bigger on this side of the island.
Read the note again. String and something? Yeah, maybe.
It's good for relieving stress. It's hopeless. This is awesome. Now I can open one of the jail cells.
I don't think we've got it as a mission, but we also didn't have get thingy out of jail, so I think it's because there are bonus missions because we're on hard. Read the note on the door again. Can do.
The assets of this establishment have been seized to settle a class action lawsuit. Have a nice day.
So the only things we can do
The
is
window's
peer
all
through the
boarded
window.
up, and it's very dark in there. Is that an old toothbrush?
Yeah, it didn't change.
It's soft and extra fuzzy.
Can't use that on anything over there, so... Okay. Well, we have more things. Let's go tackle our mop problem. I mean, we have got the forest here. Let's just go there just because we can.
Warning. The dark forest ahead is deadly and twisty. Maps are highly recommended.
Trivia card. The development of the original Monkey Island took a horrible toll on the team. Oh no, we lost a card! Yeah, I'm guessing if we apologise to Wally, we'll get a map.
Oh, I used to love these when I was 6. Museum of Pirate Lore.
Hi there. Welcome to the Melee Island Museum of Pirate Lore. I'm Conrad, the curator and docent here. I also edit the Pirate Times newsletter. Here, take my business card.
Thanks.
The museum showcases the largest collection of pirate memorabilia in the Caribbean. Or on Melee Island at the very least. The provenance of each item has been very carefully researched and fact-checked by myself and my team. Authenticity is our watchword and our pledge. Feel free to explore. And if you have any questions, just ask.
What's the story with the wanted poster?
That is the earliest known wanted poster for Captain Kate Capsize. You can tell how notorious she was by the huge number of crimes listed there. Very impressive. I got it from a collector on Fat Island.
Those are my own crimes, actually. I was pretty much public enemy number 1 on Fat Island at the time. I stuck Kate's picture on there so she'd get thrown in jail.
That would never work. Nobody's that clueless in real life.
You don't believe me?
It's not a question of belief.
Never mind. It's not important.
I assume we're playing streamless all the way through. Yeah, it might be a bit intermittent, but we absolutely will. I'll probably do this on... We'll go do it on Mondays until we finish it, and maybe flip to doing some Stellaris on... Because we need to finish Stray as well. So maybe we'll do Stray on Thursdays. But yes, and just follow me on Twitter for when we're going to pick this up again. But yeah, absolutely. Now I've started playing it on stream, we will totally finish playing it on stream.
That is a really big parrot. Wonder how many hands it's eaten. What do you feed it?
Thieves, mostly.
Good to know. There's some very tiny writing on it.
Right, let's use the monocle.
Well, the numbers are a little clearer, but still too tiny to read.
Oh, that's annoying.
The display case is locked. Eye patch worn by Captain John Laney, the pirate of 1,000 faces. What's this melted lump of metal?
It used to be a mug. It was melted by some kind of acid. It was found in the Melee jail many years ago, after an incident where like 20 pirates escaped.
Hey, I did that. I had to keep pouring the grog from mug to mug because it was melting them. I had an armload of mugs, and I juggled them all the way from the scum bar to the jail.
I remember
so I
that
could get
well.
Otis to join my crew. Not my greatest decision in retrospect.
That's a pretty wild story.
I'm telling you the truth.
I'm sure you are, but it just doesn't quite square with the official record. So it's hard to substantiate.
Substantiate? You've got an eyewitness.
Eyewitnesses are notoriously inaccurate. Human memory is plastic and suggestible.
Not yours, apparently.
No, of course not. I deal in facts.
That map looks familiar.
That's 1/4 of the original map to the treasure of Big Whoop.
Yeah, I think
got it from the
Eyepatch is how we
cartographer on
disguise
Low
ourselves.
Street. Apparently, he was somehow involved in the search for Big Whoop.
About all Wally managed to do was get kidnapped by LeChuck's henchmen.
That's not the way he tells it.
I'm just trying to help.
Thanks. I've got it under control.
How on earth do you have that note?
Oh yeah, that's very interesting. That was found tucked inside of a book at the Fat Island Library. It's the actual note left by the ghost pirate LeChuck when he kidnapped Governor Marley.
I know what it is. The lookout handed it to me just before I finished my 3 trials. I was crushed, but undaunted. I gathered a crew and I sailed to Monkey Island to save her. Not that she needed it, as it turned out.
Wow, man, you're really into this. I've got a role-playing group on Thursday nights.
This is absurd. It's like this whole wall is stuff from my personal adventures, but somehow I'm not even mentioned in your stories.
That's what's so great about this museum. Everyone makes their own connections with the exhibits, and it's highly personal and different for everyone.
That's not what I'm trying to say at all.
That's okay. You don't need to say anything. Just listen to what the exhibits tell you.
So what I was saying is we know what we need to do to get the mop. To get the mop, we clearly just need to actually go and chat to the... We need to persuade the scumbar guy that we are the health inspector so that he runs away and leaves his mop behind, and then we steal his mop off of him.
Right, so you wear a peg leg despite having both of your original legs.
Just part of the docent's outfit for the tourists. Kids always want to try it on.
That's charming and creepy at the same time.
This is a museum for people who think attacking ships and murdering the crew for profit sounds fun.
Touché. Tell me about that newsletter of yours.
The Pirate Times. We publish pirate news, pirate stories, pirate poetry, all things piratey, really.
Your museum is quaint.
Thanks. It's been a personal passion of mine. I'm nuts about old-timey pirate stuff.
Old-timey?
Being around it really makes you feel like you're a part of something. Doesn't it?
I am part of something.
Exactly.
Are any of these things valuable?
The security parrot isn't just here to look piratey. John Laney's eye patch is irreplaceable. It's the highlight of the collection. Amazingly, I got it at a yard sale. They didn't know what they had.
Yeah, so I think you're right. We need
Please
the crackers
do.
somehow to distract that parrot. Mop is Kirk. Map is to apologise to Wally. Book is apologising to Carla, but we need to talk to people. Yeah, that's what we need to do, I think.
It's cracker mix. Some assembly required.
So we can make our own crackers.
Pirate Times. Editor Conrad Lee. Ready to publish your unrecognized genius.
That might be something we pretend as our name as
Especially
well.
fortified for the healthy parrot diet.
How many stone monkeys are in the second ring? See, I worry about answering these now. Because we lost the card last time. It's all or nothing, basically. Hard mode is indeed hard, and you made me do it.
Why do you have this big gear?
It's from the Melee Clock Tower, stolen during a pirate raid nearly 75 years ago. It was recently found at an inn on St. Martin, where it was being used to mill corn. I traded some old furniture for it that we had in the back room.
Has anyone thought about putting it back in the clock?
Nah. If the clock started working, it would only confuse people.
Right, I don't think we've got anything else here we definitely need to look at.
What was this cinder you've got on the wall?
Oh, that. Yeah, that was an unsent love letter written by Elaine Marley while she was governor of the island.
What? Elaine?
The recipient was referred to only as Plunder Bunny.
That's me!
It was a really touching letter. Unfortunately, I put the candle too close to it.
What did it say? Tell me what she said.
Oh, you know, love letter stuff. Honestly, I don't remember a word of it, but it was touching.
Thanks a lot.
That's the coffin we put Stan in,
The
isn't
one
it?
with the ore. Yeah, the coffin had a lot of water damage when I got it from the voodoo lady in town. But I managed to restore it. It was used by a certain well-known captain in a daring escape from a Turkish prison.
The water damage is actually from the swamp on Scab Island.
Unlikely. The prison in question is nowhere near Scab Island.
You should think about hiring a research assistant.
Oh, I did. Unpaid, of course. Intern.
Right, so we need some stuff. I feel like we go back to the scum bar. So let's go to High Street rather than Low Street. Yeah, look, there is a cat there, you're right. I mean, we could try the frog with
Sorry for blowing you up that one time.
I think he probably likes sincerely.
Sincerely, Guybrush. Hey, Wally. I'm looking for a map through the forest.
What are you trying to find in the forest?
I don't know. Nothing in particular.
Then having a map won't really be any different than wandering around lost, will it?
Yeah, but, I mean, well, never mind. Melee clock is still broken.
Yep.
Nothing says I'm sorry like a dried up old frog.
No worries. I've moved beyond you blinding, burning, blowing up and marooning me all those years ago.
Good to know.
So maybe we don't need to defrog with him, we just need to know why we need to. Oh, hello.
Hi, Cobb. Hard to believe after all these years you're still here.
I was declared a historical landmark.
Yeah, the place does seem different from what I remember.
It's this new, younger generation of pirate leaders. Oh, they're highfalutin dark magic. Look at us. We're so much better than you because we don't drink grog before getting married. These kids today are all about sacking and pillaging. They've got no heart.
I'm gonna find the secret of Monkey Island. Wanna come?
I heard the secret is just some marketing gimmick Stan thought up. That only the gullible and naive would go looking for it.
Tell me about Loom.
Tell me about Loom.
Oh, I'm so sick of pirates asking me about Loom. Get lost.
Then why don't you take off the Ask Me About Loom button?
My grog-riddled body has fused with it. I'm more button than man at this point.
Oh, come on. Tell me about Loom. For old time's sake.
Beat it.
Say it.
No.
Say it.
Fine. You mean the latest masterpiece of fantasy storytelling from Lucasfilm's Brian Moriarty? Why, it's an extraordinary adventure with an interface
Amazing.
of magic. Stunning, high-resolution 3D landscapes, sophisticated score, and musical effects. Not to mention the detailed animation and special effects, elegant point-and-click control of characters, objects, and magic spells. Beat the rush. Go out and buy Loom today.
That's amazing.
Yes. Now get lost.
There's an achievement for that called fan service.
Nice talking to you.
Yeah.
That is amazing. Right, it's a trivia card over there. So we've got a roaring fire.
Are you sure I can't persuade you to back my expedition to Monkey Island?
Let's pretend I was really considering this. What sort of pirate qualifications have you got, exactly?
I solve a lot of puzzles with my wits.
Well, I was a director of combat operations for the British Navy, and I've written 2 books on ship-to-ship tactics.
I'm a founding member and co-director of the Red Fleet and hold records for civilian casualties from San Domingo to Venezuela.
I'm an expert in 17 forms of hand-to-hand combat, 3 of which I invented. I served with Bellamy, Teach, and Roberts before they each met an untimely end that I might have had nothing to do with.
Just so you know, this is the kind of resume we expect.
Oh.
I feel like we're underqualified. Do we reckon he can read?
What was that you were trying to tell me about mops before?
The mop is the formal tool of a cook. Not as clumsy or random as a dish rag. An elegant tool for a more civilized cleaning. You cannot hope to succeed with the mop of another.
I can't?
You must construct your own. A single, perfect instrument that you will keep and use for a lifetime.
Well, let's hope it doesn't come to that.
Once you build it, the mop will become your constant companion, your tool, and a ready means of defense against spills of all kinds.
Build it?
The wood is the heart of the handle. The heart is the handle of the cook. You are one.
Not helpful so far.
You must find a particular tree. A tree uniquely
That's why we need the map
suited
to the forest.
The handles of mops. Carve your handle from a limb of that tree.
And then, yeah, I think you're right, the string.
Any questions?
How do I find the mop handle tree?
I can't tell you exactly where it is, because this is your own personal journey.
What kind of wood is the tree?
That is something you must discover for yourself.
What about the head of the mop?
Oh, you have to have one, of course, but pretty much anything will do. It's mostly about the handle.
Are you sure I can't just buy a mop? Yours, for example.
No, you've got to make one. Trust me on this.
Okay, I guess I'll do it. What's wrong?
You gave the story the wrong title. It should be called Mop Quest. When do we get to the piratey parts?
Well, even the coolest professions involve more mopping up than you would think. It seemed crazy to me at the time, too. But don't forget, it was all so I could board a ship, take command, and sail to Monkey Island. But first, I had to make a mop.
Right, definitely we need the mop map. So I think we need to go... Just gonna have a quick look. Yeah, there's nothing around there.
It's Elaine's flyer about how limes combat scurvy. It's important, but boring. I've never once made it all the way to the end. Elaine would kill me if she caught me pulling down her flyers.
So, we want a map.
Hey, Wally. I'm looking for a tree to make a stupid mop from. Have you got a map for that?
So the cook has sent you on one of his spiritual journeys? Been a while since I made one of those mop tree maps. What kind of tree is it again?
I don't know. A wood one?
That's okay. Just bring me a sliver of the wood and I can work it out from there. I'm that good.
Bye.
Right. So we need to find a way to distract the cook so that we can get a bit off his mop.
Hi.
Are you my waiter? I want the excellent dish I had at the governor's mansion last week. I don't know what it's called, but it was sort of, you know, a hot food.
Yeah, but I'm not...
It had ingredients in it or something.
I'm not your waiter.
I already told your incompetent cook this, but he still hasn't brought me my dinner.
I don't work here. I'm not a waiter.
Hop to it!
Right away, sir. Fancy.
Waiter, I can't understand why this is taking so long.
He's got a badge on.
Just bring me what the governor served me last week.
Of course, sir. Sorry for the delay.
So does that mean we need to find out what the governor served him last week?
Oh, you look like the health inspector tasted your stew. Or you did.
Worse. Marlin is here.
Who?
The customer I have nightmares about. He's the only importer of yak fat on the island, so I need to keep him happy, but...
Yeah, you don't want to be damaging your
Today
yak
he
fat
wants
supplies.
Me to make him a dish that he ate last week at some kind of event at the governor's mansion. But of course he doesn't remember what it's called or know what's in it or even remember what color it was. He says he thinks it has ingredients in it. I don't have the slightest idea what to make.
If I brought you a recipe, could you make it?
Of course. I'm a cook. See the hat?
Look behind you, a three-headed monkey.
I do know a great stew recipe for monkey heads, but I can't think about that right now.
I'll see what I can find out.
Thanks.
Right, I reckon head to the governor's palace, see what we need to do to try and find out what that recipe is. Because maybe if we get the recipe and make the recipe, he'll leave to take the recipe to the customer, and that'll leave us alone with the mop. Yeah, might be on the board. Good shout.
It's a lot of work being governor. I've come for a recipe. A dish you served at a recent function. It's been described as hot and having ingredients in it. Ring any bells?
I do host plenty of functions, but I'm afraid I don't have any idea what you're talking about.
I should let you get back to governing.
Yes, you should.
Ship combat strategies by stupid Captain Madison. Ingredients by Barbie LaFlay. I don't know, I kind of feel like... Oh, there's a trivia card there. So how do we get... I think we're going to need a bunch of those books in different ways. I think we need the ingredients book, but I don't know how we get it.
Ugh, looks like Carla wasn't too keen on getting her portrait done.
No, we can go into the island's interior. Right, let's have a look at our objective lists. So to make the mop, we need a map. To get the map, we need a sample of the mop. To get a sample of the mop, we clearly need to help the cook. I do wonder if we need to, if what we're failing on, or the linchpin is, we need to work out how to properly apologise to Carla.
I've seen that same painting on a box of frozen instant cereal. Elaine told me that's Lauder Neckbeard, second governor of Melee Island. His overly strict morals and overly lax regulatory policies helped make the island what it is today.
Fancy pirates? That could be. We could go chat to the fancy pirates.
Things are not what they seem. All keys are gold. It's the way of keys.
What's new, guys?
Not much, but be sure to come see us at the shop.
Yeah, let's chat to the pirate leaders in case they were at the dinner.
I'm gonna find the secret of Monkey Island.
Don't sound much like pirating to me.
I'm gonna find the secret of Monkey Island.
Good for you.
Are you sure I can't persuade you to back my expedition to Monkey Island?
Yes.
Are you sure I can't persuade you to back my expedition to Monkey Island?
Yes.
Right, so we haven't got any new dialogues with them at all. I don't know, I just feel like we need to get the apology right, maybe.
Re-elect Governor Carla. She's dedicated to dedication.
Talk to the lookout again, see if there's anything we're missing there.
Hi again. Oh, those new pirate leaders are real jerks. They laughed at me, and they won't fund my expedition. Why didn't you warn me?
Would you have listened?
Of course. Okay, no, probably not.
No, nobody's
going
talked to
on
us about
LeChuck's
the government.
expedition after all.
I'm glad to hear you decided to patch things up.
No, he doesn't want me on the ship. I'm blacklisted. I'm gonna have to go in disguise.
Have we looked for numbers on the lock too? I don't think that's it. I don't think that's it.
I could stare at this forever, but that wouldn't be much fun for you.
I feel like it's the apology thing. Let's try some more apology options and let's really think about it again.
Next time I'm in a drum circle, this would come in handy. Your sign says you're going out of business. Or is this one of those not really going out of business sales?
There is a new dark magic on the rise in the Caribbean. It has many adherents, particularly among the young. There is little demand for my talents or my wares. Business is terrible, and there are other factors. Captain Madison desires this location.
Yeah, we could talk to Stan again.
To me will be of little help against her financial and political powers.
Whoa, back up. Dark magic, you said?
I did.
How does dark magic work?
Runes, chemicals, the power of secrets. I am no expert. It's too sterile for my tastes. I like things messy and theatrical.
Is dark magic powerful?
Powerful, yes, it can be. But dangerous. If the badger chews his own tail, soon there is no more badger.
You like that metaphor a lot, don't you?
It has many uses.
Can you use your talents to tell me how Elaine is right now?
She is always close, no matter the distance.
Do your answers ever make sense?
There are no answers, only questions that are finished.
Do you know more about this John Laney guy with the eye patch?
Captain John Laney was renowned as the pirate of 1,000 faces. It was said that he could fool his best friend.
Yeah, I mean, we definitely, the eye patch is definitely our way onto the ship.
That legend is true, but only because the eye patch he used was filled with much voodoo magic. The eye patch still exists. It is on display at the Museum of Pirate Lore here on Melee Island. If an enterprising person such as yourself were to liberate it and bring it here, I could most likely get it working again.
Got it. Thanks. I'll get back to browsing the shop.
Act fast. Supplies are limited.
really want that knife.
Ooh,
Yay,
I
we
like
got
this
a knife.
An excellent choice.
So that's, I'm guessing, what we
I
need to get the
need you
bit
to
off the mop.
verbally agree to a release of liability.
Okay.
This product is not to be used in the commission of any crime, including vandalism, jailbreak, and theft of ancient priceless artifacts.
No problem.
Threatening, frightening, stabbing, shaving, or manicuring yourself or another person are likewise considered outside the scope of acceptable use.
Oh, okay, I guess.
The product is not balanced for throwing. Throwing the product violates these terms and will invalidate the warranty. Whittling, scrimshaw, mumbledy-peg, juggling, and any tricks involving stacking or balancing the
Hope
product
you're memorizing this,
may
chap.
cause serious injury and should not be attempted by unlicensed persons.
Uh-huh.
Use with breads, spreads, bedspreads, or thread may damage the product. If damaged, the product should not be used. Product is sharp and should not be carried in a pocket, coat, belt, hatband, handbag, shoulder holster, or sheath. At all times, keep the product away from children, pets, the aged or infirm, clowns, pirates, and adults. Where possible, it should be locked securely in a vault. The manufacturer accepts no responsibility for the consequences of any use or misuse of this product. By verbally assenting to these terms, purchaser hereby assumes all liability, past, present, and future, throughout this and all possible and impossible universes.
Pretty standard terms and conditions,
Ooh,
then.
is this where I say yes?
Yes.
Yes. Is there anything I am allowed to do with it?
I am not able to answer that question, as it could create a liability issue.
Notice it didn't say anything about us using it on mops. We are allowed to use it on mops. This game is amazing. Yeah, this did. Now you know why everyone rages about Monkey Island games on Edra. If you have a certain type of sense of humour, they are the best thing ever. Right, so at least we have something to cut the mop now.
Aww, this is where I risked my neck for Elaine, and she showed me she only needed me to risk my heart. Also, the windows need some work.
Just a flob. Thank you for the follow. Right, let's go chat to Stan. Let's see if it is something to do with Stan.
I'll stay on this side of the bars, just in case. Any writing that was once here has been rubbed away. Hey, Stan!
Hello there, son.
I've been to the shipyard. Your office is all boarded up, with your toothbrush sealed inside, presumably.
Well, don't worry yourself about it then, son. I found a dead centipede in the corner that should do until they let me out.
Nice.
Are you sure you don't want me to break you out?
115%, son, but thanks.
See you later.
Yep.
I don't remember this place being so leaky.
Hang on, we can use a sponge with that.
They say the only real prison is the one in your head. But take it from me, that's a load of barnacles.
Oh, maybe we can't. I wondered if we could use the sponge to...
It's good for relieving stress.
to, like, get full of water for something. I think we're going to try Carla Apologies again. But I do slightly suspect you're right in that we're missing something. Use the cracker... Yeah, good shout.
Hey, kid!
No, I don't think we can actually use anything with it. So it's down there. Oh, hang on. There's a card there. We're missing a trivia card.
Word of advice, kid. Stick to the narrow straights.
No, it won't let me use it. Maybe we use them with the rust bucket on the dock on Stan's shipyard. We squeeze the sponge into it. Spider above the door. I don't think there was a clickable thing. Let's have a look.
Hey, kid!
A spider!
Jail is like a bad breakfast. Small, greasy, and hard to swallow.
Yeah, we can't pick it up though.
At least the jail is well lit. Edgy.
I don't know, I feel like maybe we are missing one piece of information, but...
I should let you get back to governing.
Yes, you should.
Dear Carla, sorry for losing the book I borrowed. I value that you are dedicated to dedication. And I know you're really nicer than people say you are. Please accept my humblest apology. I promise to do better in the future. This is for you.
Dear Carla, this is a nice sentiment, and it looks like you
we still haven't got it.
know something about me. One thing. You can do better. I reject your frog.
Ugh. What are we missing? Hey, Suzer. This is classic Monkey Island. There's going to be one thing we're missing and then it's all going to fall into place. That frog is getting rejected a lot. Well, and this is a proper Ron Gilbert Monkey Island, so it's got the real it's a trivia card there. Galaspa, thank you to follow. So we've got a rust bucket there, and I did wonder whether we can use that with the rust bucket, but no.
This used to be such a bright, cheery place.
Chat, what are we missing? What are we missing, chat? So I think when you've got a usable item, it always gives you an option to interact stuff with it, even if it's the wrong stuff. We need fire, but what do we need fire for? We could speak to the locksmith again. See if there's more interactions with the locksmiths now. That's Low Street? Or is it High Street? High Street.
Welcome back.
Hi there.
We need the recipe. But I think to get the recipe, we need to borrow the book from Carla, which means we need to apologize to Carla so she'll let us borrow more books.
What is that? It's definitely not a key. Or a lock.
It's a fishing lure, of course.
Of course. I see everyone in that portrait has lovely locks.
If you have to make a pun, At least make a good one.
Hello again. Can I get another key made?
Sure. Just write down the serial number and give it to me.
At the end of the plank.
My mother's. Please don't touch it.
Because that was on the book, is on the bookshelf as well.
Is that from a famous locksmith band or something?
My mother's band, the Golden Keys. They were named after some actual golden keys that she spent a bunch of time looking for.
Those golden keys are going to be what opens the safe.
Hello again. I think I'll browse around a bit.
Try not to touch anything.
And yes, all keys are golden, according to Oh, what are we missing? What are we missing, chat?
The note says, forced to close. Thanks for the memories, but cash would have been better.
Honestly, I think all we need to do with Carla is apologize. That's the only thing we're not doing. But I think we need another bit of info.
It seems to be stuck closed.
In order to be able to apologize to her. Like, maybe we do need to say nice things about her or something. No, we can't go upstairs in the mansion. She won't let us up.
What's new, guys?
Not much, but be sure to come see us at the shop tomorrow.
To get the knife on the mop, I'm pretty certain we're going to need him to be distracted. And the only way we're going to get him distracted...
Stay away from my mom!
...is if he's taking the food out to go to the guy. Yeah, so it all comes back to Carla.
It's soft and extra fuzzy.
Yeah, only if we know their serial numbers can we make locks. And I think the only one we found where we could make a... do that right now was the jail to let Otis out.
Waiter, I can't understand why this is taking so long. Just bring me what the governor served me last week.
Of course, sir. Sorry for the delay.
I mean, we can ask for a hint. I just don't want to ask for a hint.
Especially fortified for the healthy parrot diet.
There's a sentence you never thought you'd say. Can we sponge the maggots?
Well, it's definitely a mop. Ugh, I remember that stench as if it were yesterday.
Thing is, what would we use maggots for?
Well, it's definitely a mop.
It all comes back to Carla. Can we take her poster?
That would be fun, but Carla would know it was me.
What are we missing? What are we missing, chat?
Hey.
Threepwood, I shouldn't even be talking to you.
Can I be on your ship if I change my name?
Only if you also change your face. Sorry.
Hey.
Because I think
What
the
is
business
it?
card is our different name.
Never mind. I hope this isn't one of those party cruises. No parking of demonic, ghostly, or undead vessels or scooters. Tuesdays 3 to 4. I hope this isn't one of those party cruises. Say what you want about my evil, horrible nemesis LeChuck, but he does know how to stock a ship.
There's a card there. Oh, what are we missing? That is the job board. So it just says these are the jobs that are available.
Once upon a time, I won a t-shirt right here on the front lawn.
It's like a chest you
I
can
loved these
climb
when I
on.
was 6. Until I got trapped in one for 2 days. I think they're illegal now.
Yeah, there is a statue of Carla in the town.
What you working on?
Crossword puzzle. What's a 6-letter word for pirate?
Pirate. Do you get a lot of people in here?
This is the off-season.
Is this a left hook or a right hook?
That once belonged to the dread pirate Meat Hook. Supposedly he was ambidextrous. Also, he used to live right here, on Melee.
Oh yeah, we're definitely going to need to distract the
It's a
guard
working
pirate.
parrot. I shouldn't bother it.
And that's what the cracker mix is for. Because we got the cracker mix from in here. Oh, maybe it's something to do with the statue? What if we, like, clean the statue or something? Can we clean the statue?
Honoring Melee Island's 27th governor, Carla the Swordmaster, for her heroic actions at Santo Domingo. The problem with this statue is it's not a statue of Elaine, the best ever governor of Melee. Dear Carla, sorry for losing the book I borrowed. I value that you are dedicated to dedication.
Ah, there we go. As shown by your actions at Santo Domingo.
As shown by your actions at Santo Domingo. Please accept my humblest apology. You scare the heck out of me.
Oh, I think we've got our forgiveness frog. I think we've got our forgiveness frog.
Can we try the frog again?
Come on, the forgiveness frog.
Dear Carla, I'm impressed, Guybrush.
Yes!
Surprisingly thoughtful. Considering it's you, I'm strangely moved to forgive you for losing my book. And I'll treasure this frog as a memento of the time you did something right.
Oh no, we don't get our frog back. We don't get our frog back. But the frog did its job.
It's a cookbook. It has 4 stars, but it looks like they're for difficulty.